Hi.
Are you in Ireland too?
No, I'm in Australia.
Ah. Sports films I've always liked. I've always thought they were fun to see. And there's a version of this that's kind of like an old-fashioned war film. You know, there's the camaraderie of all these young men sort of getting together and having to find their own way and knowing that they can't make it individually and they have to make it together. We also love the love story because it's a true story and they stayed married for 50-some years. I've done a lot of period pieces. Confessions was a period piece, and Good Night, Good Luck was a period piece. And I've done a lot of them. I don't set out to do that. I just sort of ended up. This was a book I really liked. You know, it's been around for 10 years. It's a massive, massive bestseller, and I just thought, well, let's give it a go. It was hard because it's on the water, and it's hard to make that stuff look exciting. You know, it's not like a basketball game and it's the last shot with 10 seconds left to go. You know, it's a different kind of sporting film. But I like those kind of old stories, and period pieces. I think it's just maybe because I'm old. You know, that might be it.
What's interesting about my childhood is I grew up in probably the richest part of the world in a council estate. So there was 3 in a row, World's End, Cremon and Guinness Trust, where I grew up. And across the street there were houses that were worth 10 million, 20 million pounds. And that's what I love about London, it's this melting pot. And I felt it was the same for Joe. He's in this college with guys that have a lot of money and he has to somehow navigate that and find his own way whilst living in a car and having holes in his shoes. You know, what he did with his life is truly special. Honestly, it was an honor to represent him.
He was the cheapest actor I could find, quite honestly. You know,
I paid him to do it.
All the other actors were a lot more expensive. No, listen, here's the thing about Callum. He is, and has been for a few years now, sort of the guy that everybody is watching and waiting to break. And so it felt like a good time to take advantage of him while we could afford him. No,
and I want to do it again with him. I think Joe's one of the greatest actors around working. I've been a fan of his for a long time, and he just brings this gravitas to Ulbrickson that I think is fascinating, and the way that he could combine that, how profound he is, and there's that line where you've got a great smile, you should do it more, combined with these incredible speeches that are movie-esque and moving and profound. I think he's done a wonderful job.
He's just a great cat, man. I love that guy. He's fun to be around. We were out with him last night having drinks, and that's why we look the way we do. And he's one of those guys that, you know, you just love being around all the time, you know.